Starting the stream.
I'm gonna get the Switch too.
Oh crap, I have my alternate display set on the wrong input. I'm thinking for my next series of streams, I play Donkey Kong Country Returns.
That sounds like a good idea.
What I did was I spun a wheel of games, and that's how I made the decision.
Are you streaming right now?
Yes, I'm live right now.
Oh, sorry.
You remember, chat, how I begged complain about not being able to see my view counter? Well, I fixed that. Also, I find it funny how the text-to-speech for Caster Labs pauses every time I have to go into something that... Will it shut up? I find it funny how the Caster Labs text-to-speech pauses every time that it gets too loud to hear. But sometimes it can get annoying because, let's say I'm about to talk to one of my viewers and wait, what the hell? Please tell me it selected progressive scan. Let's get into this. So, tonight is the night that I defeat Ganondorf. Are we ready? I can't hear you. Alright, so I did a little bit of research on this dungeon, and it's nothing too crazy. It's not like how in Ocarina of Time they had all these mini dungeons. But right before it, but what they do is they make us do these puzzles here. I wouldn't really say it that, but at least obviously these smaller areas that are meant to resemble the dungeon that the boss is from, and there are 4 bosses representing all of the ones that were under Ganon's control, which is why we do not fight the one from the Tower of the Gods. Which, by the way, if you lose to that one, you are absolute dog shit at any video game you've ever touched. Now this here tricked me because I don't know why, but every time I play this game, whenever there's a platforming part, I always forget that the Deku Leaf exists. I always keep forgetting that I can use it to glide and go through areas like that. So now, let's go here. And we're taken into the past. I guess you could say this is a link to the past. Alright, now let's get serious. So, what this is a shortened version of the previous boss. There's 4 of them for each of the major dungeons. This here is Goma from Dragon Roost Tower. Now we need to wait for that to come back up so we can grab back onto Valu's tail. Because, for those who haven't watched, I believe it was part 2 or 3 of this playthrough, what I had to do was hold on to the in order to bring down that platform and break Gamon's shell. Well, now let's bring that back up there. Okay, what the hell just happened? Imagine the game fucking crashes. As you saw there, they take a lot less hits now. Each time it clears our slots because our inventory got back to normal. Each time we clear one of the bosses, we get our items back, and then it gives us another item, so on and so forth. Now, for once, I'm not going to forget I have this item because I need to use it right here. Chat, what is that one item in a game that you always forget you can use? I feel like what I'm supposed to do is wait for that to get low. And then... Okay, I understand it now. Then obviously we can't make that jump. Now I'll do the same thing we did before. Bring it back. Now we're low on magic, so I'll need to make it as far as I can with what little I have. Also, a really cool Easter egg is that once you run out of magic, your Deku Leaf gets really small. Like, look at that. And you can't even use it on these enemies here. We can use the item we got from the Forbidden Woods, that being the boomerang. Wait, no, this is the item I need for this part. Now I really regret not finding the second pop. What? I had this item when I first came here. Somehow, the game is able to remember what exactly you had in your inventory when you get to this part. And then it pulls that from memory of what I cannot some technical genius. And speedrunners will get items early to make these fights a lot easier, giving yourself stuff like bones. But thankfully, one thing it doesn't do is completely revert it, giving you back the original sword and shield. honestly, but that's why they don't take as long to beat. As shown here, where I only had to do one stab. And coming up is my favorite boss in this game, but my least favorite puzzle to get to it. Chat, I would like you guys to tell me what is your favorite Zelda boss, or just your favorite boss in gaming in general. We listen and we don't judge. I could have rolled. So the way you solve these here is by finding the black shoes and lighting them up, bring them with you to that switch. And one thing I completely forgot about is that over here, we have to actually make them follow us. But later on in this room, it gets easier because there is a second light you can use to freeze them. Actually, let me see if I can get that one over there. Okay, perfect, got it. And then we gotta run because these guys do not stay frozen. Here's what I was talking about when I said it gets easier. Oh, I also remember that thing that we had to fight as the mini-boss. Well, guess what? They come back. Also, that is horrible placement. How am I even supposed to reach that? Now, we have to run our way over here. If we would have made it on time, there would have been a little surprise waiting for us. Also, how the hell was I able to make that? Yo, someone clip that. Let's ignore him. No, I just barely made it. So this is one of the very few fights here that we can beat without items. Unless you're really bad at the game, then you would need healing items. But here's why this is my favorite boss, because it's blue losses from Luigi's Mansion, but as a Zelda boss. Wait a minute, if this is all the previous bosses, then where's Phantom Ganon? Or is he coming back later? Well, maybe that's my guess. Maybe Phantom Ganon comes back later? Ah, hell, I should have made that. is here. You need to make sure he doesn't get close to you, because if he gets close, then what happens is he inverts your joystick controls, making you go the opposite way, which could lead you into the spikes if you're not good with those turns and controls. Also, I did not realize that by getting caught in there, I was actually able to dodge the fire. Hey, you know what they say, you learn something new every day. Stupid skulls. You made it right on time. I'm about to beat the third boss in this boss rush game. Yeah, lately I've been experimenting with my schedule to see when I get the most people in. Usually it's been 7 p.m. but I just want to try something new. And there's the last two. And got him. And then there's the next one, which is my least favorite. Ah, shit. Right. Which would be over here. Now let's be more careful this time and not fight on the bridge. So after this one, and after I finish Pokemon Fire Red, I'm going to do a live Let's Play of Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. Yeah, because I know ball. Friendly fire! I mean, with... Yeah, I always know what to play. Just recently, I believe it was last night I did Fire Red, I got up to the SSN. So I'm pretty close to the end on that game, because what I like about Pokemon games is that they're not too terribly long from my experience. Alright, time for the worst boss in the whole game. It is. I've only played it in the original Red. Because when I played it the first time when the Delta emulator came out in iOS. Yep, the iOS emulator era was very special because it got a lot of people into retro gaming. And this here is why I hate this boss. Delta was another reason why I started streaming retro games because, you know, with it bringing these games to an audience, I thought I will stream them. Also, did you hear that Dolphin iOS is coming to the App Store? Or at least I think it is. I just remember reading some book where that you can now get it jailbreak free. Oh my gosh, Minish Cap, that was the first game I played front to back on my phone. Yeah, a whole bunch of developer tools were released, including one that enables JIT, which increases performance. Because now, with Dolphin iOS being officially out on the App Store, I can smash with anyone out in public. Oh my gosh, that sounded so wrong. Still haven't beat Minish? Oh my gosh, you have to. It is so good. Now, I'm not saying it's the best, I'm saying it's up there alright. Because the Kinstone fusion is very tedious, because you have to find the exact LD piece, and it gets annoying. But, you know, each Zelda game has that one annoying part. This game has its Triforce list. Where the most annoying part of it is if you haven't found the third bullet upgrade, you have to farm rubies, which in this game is not too terribly easy. Or at least not in my experience. I haven't found good places to farm them. Oh my gosh, I keep getting distracted. Alright, I may not reply to chat, but I have to focus on beating this boss. And why can't the targeting system be more precise? Luckily in this one, they do lower their HP. But that still doesn't change the fact that this boss is annoying as hell. And what's the other boss called? The one from the Forbidden Woods. I forget his name. Focus. I'm trying to. Fuck yeah, I wouldn't work. I wouldn't be in this mess. Alright, fuck it, I'm finishing soup. Okay, what the hell? Finally finished it. Also, from what I've heard, apparently Puppet Ganon is harder. I want to see if I can get a fairy. Because I have them here somewhere, I forget where. Also, I found out that the light arrows one-shot everything in this game. Shoutouts to Zelda Master for showing me that. I mean, he didn't directly show me, I saw it in his video. No, I haven't met the legend himself yet. I wish I could, though. He's a really cool guy. I'd say he was a major influence for me becoming a YouTuber. And would you look at that, I accidentally went into the wrong room. Right. Okay. You pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get a hint telling us to pay attention to that layout.
Hey!
We get that along with the message from King of Red Lions, but it's actually super easy because they will proceed to show you again. See, look at this. Also, they put paintings of the bosses up there, so that's how you can remember it. Because look, there is Goma, there's the guy from the Earth Temple, there is Jalhala, best boss in the game in my opinion, and then there is the last one. So this is completely optional, but what this does is it opens up the surface, also revealing how Ganon goes back and forth from the fortress to Hyrule. In fact, it's how he even found out where Tetra was, aka Zelda, for those who haven't been paying attention to the story. Okay, blah 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 blah. So what he's basically getting at is we are beginning to enter the point of no return. Spoiler! See, that's the thing. There are so many major moments in games that have basically become common knowledge. Like, for example, Aerith dying in Final Fantasy VII. That has become the equivalent to Darth Vader revealing to Luke that he is his father. No, I am your father. Right. That is how impactful video games were back in the day. There's a sign I forgot to read, but I remember watching a guide earlier, and what it said was that okay, as I was saying, what the sign said was that he will drop his sword and the hilt will face the direction we are supposed to go. So here it's facing this door. So let's go through that one. Now we have to keep fighting Phantom Ganon. Okay, let's just dodge those. Alright, we're gonna try it one more time. I got lucky that time. So much easier to hit in Ocarina of Time. Dodge! Oh my gosh, look, that's what you just reminded me of. The gore teaching Gohan dodge. Oh my gosh, Dragon Ball Z is such a fucking classic. Wii Tennis featuring Link. Yeah, it would have been so funny if they had a tennis like fight in Twilight Princess because it debuted on the Wii as well as the GameCube. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know if they did that, but I'm just saying it would be funny if they did. It's that one. Now, I will admit that was pretty close. So let's make our way through here. Shit. Go, go, go. Now, I don't think there's an easy way to tell which one is the real game. Gosh. Wait, I still have... Oh, so he didn't do it? Yeah, like I say, it's such a huge missed opportunity to cross-promote the game. Meanwhile, this game has a whole stealth section, and we got a Metal Gear Solid game. Which, by the way, on this channel, I did a playthrough of the original. Sometime I'll have to play Twin Snakes. Would be so funny seeing Zelda do battle tennis. That's what I'm saying. See, that was also my first time even touching the Metal Gear franchise in general. Because I have the NES version on my flash drive, which holds all my games. Which, yes, Nintendo Ninjas, I have obtained legally. Excuse my spelling mistakes, I type fast low. Last year you started playing the Resident Evil series? I'll have to do that, but like, here's the thing. I tried looking at the prices for those games and was like, oh hell no, I cannot do that. Nintendo, this guy's playing your games. Get him. Bro, why is that so true? Like, they will sue anyone just for any fan projects. Yeah, they are pricey for physical copies. Yo, like you said, you've had to sell an arm and a leg before to get some games. Now, this time we're gonna have to fight Phantom Ganon again. But it's a bit different. Because, as you saw, our sword just passed right through him. I would mod my PS1, but the thing is... Oh, damn it, I forgot to switch the arrow. I would mod my... One, it's hard. Two, it's expensive. And it's even more expensive to make someone else do it. Ghosts are cheating. That's what I'm saying. But what this is trying to get you to do is get used to using the light arrows. Which reminds you, there are two ways, or I think there's two ways, to open this door. Nope. I could have sworn you were able to open it with the light arrow. But what you have to do is take Phantom Ganon's sword and hit the door with it. And then it disappears. And the door is opened. So that's what they like about this game, that you were able to take enemy weapons. But it's a shame you can't keep them. Okay, not a fairy to be seen in here. I should have got the magic meter upgrade, but I don't know where it is. Alright, now, once I climb up these stairs, you're about to see why the light arrow is so broken. Boom! Get one-shotted. There we go. Also, I remember going to Vintage Stock yesterday, and I saw Mario Kart Double Dash, a game that me and my best friend at school used to emulate. I believe it cost like $90. See, that's why I started collecting PlayStation. But I originally wanted to collect Nintendo, but it just got hella expensive because those games are more sought after. I was able to get a copy of Final Fantasy VII, which, mind you, is the game that got me into retro gaming as a whole. That game is so much fun, but prices in the past 4 years shot up a crazy amount. Yeah, Nintendo, bring it to Switch Online. You don't have an excuse. You gave us every other Mario Kart on that app, but you can't give us Double Dash. If they do that, I might actually buy the subscription. Also, while we're at it, I know you don't like your community, but put Melee on there. How did I miss that? Dude, I know you just said I hate the live service. Me too, but it's a pretty good way of playing their older games. In fact, after the successful re-release of Fire Red Leaf Green, they should have just put more of their games on the eShop for like $20 a piece. Because it clearly worked. But I'd be damned if I was paying $80 a year just for online play and older games. I don't get no. Imagine Double Dash for $20 on the Switch. That would be heaven. I mean, they have no excuse not to. In fact, it would be great for business because Double Dash introduced a feature that was heavily used in the newer Mario Karts, that being double items. There's Zelda. Do you sleep still? Wait. Do not be so hasty, boy. Ganon? I can see this girl's dreams. Oceans. Oceans. Oh, I'm gonna get him alright. Oceans. Oceans. Oceans as far as the eye can see. They are vast seas. None can swim across them. They yield no fish to catch. What did the king of Hyrule say? That the gods sealed Hyrule away? And they left behind people who would one day awaken Hyrule? Bitch, nerd, get away from the princess! Oh, I'm gonna get him, alright. How ridiculous. In fact, I'm about to lock in. So many pathetic creatures, scattered across a handful of islands, drifting on the sea like fallen leaves on a forgotten pool. What can they possibly hope to achieve? That's right. Ganon's day of reckoning has come. Don't you see, all of you? Your gods destroyed you. No, I'm gonna be the one to destroy you. I have been waiting for you, boy. For one like you. Yes. For the hero. Don't betray my expectations. Well, don't betray these nuts! Was prime YouTube right there. That and 21, bro, we had the best memes. But let's get into the fight. So, this one is by, or actually no, the second one is the easiest. Alright, so every time he goes up, he regenerates. Also, sometimes it fails to cut, which is the worst part about this fight. We have to hit him one more time before this phase ends. And each time, he spins faster. What the fuck? On. This fucking keys would get away from me. I can make it through. Ah shit, I'm too late. So we always want to take that one down first. I didn't mean to do that. And phase 1 is ended. Oh, you thought this was over? No, it's still going. Alright, so this is the spider phase. So, the strategy is to look down. Again, shoutouts to the GOAT Zelda Master for showing me this in his playthrough. I need to restock on magic. Come on. Why won't you drop anything? Finally. Each time, spins faster, but we just need to get lucky enough to land on the blue part. Luck is on our side. Now this here is why I grabbed the fairy. Because I'm not afraid to admit, I died to this part. Okay, that was pure luck. So was that. Now, what makes this part hard is not only is his moldering form a bitch, but also you don't get normal enemies falling down to help you restock. Instead, oh wait, no, never mind. They do give you normal enemies. But you get those guys, which are a pain in the ass. How? How? At least I finally was able to beat it. Yes, surely you are the hero of time reborn. Your time has come. I could say the same for you. Come now, stand before me. Are we ready? Now this here might look really confusing, wondering how you're supposed to get up there. But it's actually really simple. You're going down, Ganon, that's what I'll say. Yeah, it's time for the real fight. Here we go. Let's make our way up here. So, what was your favorite moment in this game so far? Also, how am I even supposed to get up there? Alright, I understand it now. So there are these here, and what you have to do is use your grappling hook to grab onto them. And then, once you make it up, start climbing. And then, rinse and repeat until you get to the top. It's such an adventure. Yeah, that's why I love the Zelda series so much. Of course, pre-Wild era. Because, sure, exploration is a big part of the Zelda series, but that is nothing without the story. As for me, the sailing was also a really good part of this game. Some people complain it takes too long. Yet they want some massive open world in newer games. Well, guess what? That's gonna take equally as long to get through. So now, what we have to do is use the hook shot once we can find the target to go over there. Here's what you should know. If you don't know where to go, always look at Link, because he will be looking where at the thing you need to do or where you need to go. Because when I was first playing off camera to get my thumbnail for this stream, Link was looking down in that one section of Ganon's room where we had to jump down to find the maze. Oh. My country lay within a vast desert. Here it is! When the sun rose into the sky, a burning wind punished my land, searing the world. And when the moon climbed into the dark after night, a frigid gale pierced our homes. No matter when it came, the wind carried the same thing. Death! But the winds that blew across the green fields of Hyrule brought something other than suffering and ruin. I coveted that wind, I suppose. It can only be called fate, that here, I would again gather the three with the crests. That I should lay my hand on that which grants the wishes of the beholder. That when power, wisdom, and courage come together, the gods would have no choice but to come down. The power of the gods, the Triforce, he who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. This is where it gets good, brother. Already, the crest of wisdom is mine. All that remains there he is. Yeah. Oh shit, he's throwing straight hands. Do not fear, I will not kill you. Well, I'm gonna be the one to kill you. I merely have need of the power that dwells within you. And then I will kill you. Now, let us put an end to that which binds us together. Which I cannot read today. I'm back. Okay, so here's what you missed. Link made it to the top of the tower. Ganon got the Triforce of Wisdom from Zelda, and then was throwing hands with Link and got the Triforce of Courage. Now he has all three. And yes, it is getting intense. Gods, hear that which I desire. Expose this land to the rays of sun once more. Let them burn forth. Give Hyrule to me. He who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. That is what you said, is it not, Ganondorf? Oh shit. Yeah, it's getting real serious right now. Gods of the Triforce, hear that which I desire. Hope, I desire hope for these children. Give them a future. Wash away this ancient land of Hyrule. Let a ray of hope shine on the future of the world. And let our destinies finally be fulfilled. Ganondorf, may you drown with Hyrule. Let's go. Link woke up. You're gonna drown now, Ganon. If you thought that just drowning him was bad, wait until you see what happens to him after I beat him. Oh, wait, I wasn't reading. What are you laughing at, Ganondorf? You're insane. Keep laughing. Laughing at it? That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be funny no more real soon now, is it, Ganon? Link, I'm sorry, I overslept. I think it's time for us to say goodbye to this place. That's right. We must return to the world above, back to our ocean. Very well then. Allow me to show you your future. You said it. Yes, allow me to show you just what hope you have. See how much your precious Triforce is worth. Alright, let's get him! I'll use this bow to cover you. Attack him as best you can. Wait, I wonder what happens if I... Wait a minute, where's mine? Oh wait, that's right, she's a pirate. I keep forgetting she steals stuff. So what we have to do is have Zelda behind Ganon. Wait, hold up, there's something in my hair. Okay, got it out. Next time you take my shit, you better tell me. Wake up! Wake up! Zelda, wake up! How long am I supposed to hold him off for? That's what I'm saying, she needs to get up. If she didn't take my fucking bow, then this will be a lot easier. So we have to hit him from the back. Pause. I almost forgot I had a fairy, but thankfully I had it. Okay, I need the option to parry to show up. See, here's the thing, it always shows up for a split second whenever I get that close to him. I know. Zelda, wake up! Oh shit, I need to save. Fuck. Ah shit, I died. Because that little bitch wouldn't wake up. And I saved after I lost my fairy. Great. So this is the only time I have died in this whole Let's Play, which I find extremely impressive, but also not really because this is one of the easier Zelda games. Okay, good, the bow is still in my inventory. I'll admit, I was worried for a second, because, well, it wasn't there, and I had saved at the moment. Wait, that is such bullshit. The fairy disappears from my inventory, but my bow comes up. Oh, wait, that's right, because I saved after. Wait, no, it's because I died. Let's see if I can catch another one. Yeah, thanks to the power of Dubby. I would plug my code, but I forgot to set up the chat command for YouTube. I only have it on Twitch. But yeah, to put it lightly, Dubby is basically a steroid for gamers or streamers. And I don't glaze here, I only speak facts. Yeah, now I see why there was that pot up there. So at the top there was one of those warp things, and you could be able to go in there to go to the other one. So let's just climb our way back up here. Let's start climbing our way back up here. Okay, it's over there. I always keep forgetting where it is. Wait a minute, I've never gotten this far before. Zelda wouldn't wake her bitch ass up, and because of that, I had to die. Well, let's see if I have any new comments to reply to on the video I posted earlier. Which, by the way, I'm surprised that it's still gaining views because that rarely happens now. Come on, get over here! Seriously, nothing? Oh, gee, thanks, Zelda. Come on! Alright! Headshot. So I like how they make the fairies absolutely seamless, because in previous games, the death animation would still play out, and then you would be brought back. Here, I was finally able to hit him. But here, what it does is, as soon as your hearts go out, it just automatically refills. Need to wait for that slight vibration in my controller. Come on, wake up! Has to be something I can do to stun him. What do I do? do is get him while I'm not shielding, but here's the thing, if I do it while I'm not shielding, it's pretty dangerous, because he's always gonna get me. And I'm out of health. Would a bomb do anything? I seriously doubt it. No. Oh, come on. Alright, second time dying to him. No kidding. Where the hell did Zelda go? He keeps knocking her out, and every time she refuses to get up. I hate to do this because it makes me seem like an amateur, but I'm gonna look up how to beat him. If it's something obvious, I'm gonna be mad. Now I get stuck all the time, no sweat. Well, you're not... You don't have shit like brand deals and possibly thousands of dollars on the line. Right, let's watch guy here. Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to parry him as he starts to drop down. At least that's what the guide I was just watching was telling me. At least I don't have to rematch that fucking puppet. Now I see why people go out of their way to get all 20 hearts. Because my god, is Ganon a bitch in this game. Once I make my way up, I'm going to equip the bow. That way I can burn the things blocking the other pot. Yeah, I'm with you. I would not want to rematch a 3-phase boss, especially that one. No! Alright, I really need to focus on getting back up. But sadly I just run out, so I have to do this all myself. I didn't fall. I could have sworn somewhere up here there was another fairy. Because the devs likely assumed you would die to Puppet Ganon. Okay, thank God I survived that. Now before I make my way up, I do that. And then I'll save. So there is the second fairy, but somehow I was able to do all this with just one bottle. Okay, that's why I hate this fight now. Oh, why is my controller vibrating so hard? Okay, the problem is I'm too far away from him, but if I get too close, then he somehow breaks through my shield. Alright, got him, Zelda. He said parry as he was coming down. The game, the icon isn't showing up. There it is. I understand it now. Hello, Colorado boy, you made it right on time. I'm about to beat the game. Zelda, aren't you gonna try and do anything? Here's how it's gonna work. So, now I have to distract him. Zelda's gonna point it at my shield, and then we get ready to deal the finishing blow. Damn it, Zelda, you missed. Well, I was moving, so it's not entirely her fault. And get stabbed. I just beat the game. Furnish him. The wind, it is blowing. Oh, I feel heck yeah, it is. Yes, sir. Congrats, it's been quite the journey. Looks like the Mario vs. Donkey Kong is happening next time. Yes, tomorrow night, to celebrate Mario Day, I will begin a playthrough of Mario vs. Donkey Kong over on TikTok and Twitch. I have lived regretting the past, and I have faced those regrets. Also, if you listen here, you'll hear a reference to A Link to the Past. This is not the only musical reference to Link to the Past, because you hear the original castle theme from that game in Hyrule Castle, as well as the intro when Zelda is revealed. Alright, back. If I could do those things over again. Not a day of my life has gone without my thoughts turning to my kingdom of old. Oh shit, never knew that. It's cool. Yeah, it's really cool once you catch all the references in Zelda games. There's like, this game has a ton of references to Ocarina of Time. In fact, I'd say it's more of a sequel to Ocarina of Time than Majora's Mask. I have lived bound to Hyrule. In that sense, I was the same as Ganondorf. But you? I want you to live for the future. Oh, Portal Man, welcome back! I just dealt the final blow to Ganon. So, technically, yes, I just beat the game. There may be nothing left for you. But despite that, you must look forward and walk a path of hope, trusting that it will sustain you when darkness comes. And as I was just discussing with Colorado Boy, my next game will be Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Farewell. This is the only world that your ancestors were able to leave you. Please forgive us. Wait. You could come with us. Yes, of course. We have a ship. We can find it. We will find it. The land that will be the next Hyrule. So, but child, that land will not be Hyrule. What? It will be your land. And this here is where it ties into the DS Zelda games, which I would play on stream, but there's just one problem, and that is that if I want to stream those straight from my modded 2DS XL, which I have right here, I would need to get a capture card installed. But what I could do is stream it from my Wii U with the capture card I already have. But the problem is, like, I want to have both screens separate. That's kind of hard on Wii U because there's no way to capture the game. Right now, back to the game. I have scattered the seeds of the future. Also, here's a cool Easter egg. If you look at my How Long to Beat profile, you will see every game that I've played on stream. Wait, why is she Tetra again? Her true form. What are the two sages doing here? I thought they had to stay in the temples. No, don't do this to me. And we just beat the game. Ganon's dead. They roam free now. Alright, what the... Let's see. I beat it at perfect timing? Well, that's nice. I have had this game on my backlog for so long because back when I was, I think, 16, yeah, it was either 16 or 17, I was playing this game on my laptop and I was stuck. Now for another Zelda. So I would follow this up with Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, but I would either have to inject Twilight Princess and or not Twilight. I'd have to inject Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks into Wii U. Now, of course, I would be playing the D-pad modded versions of them. You'll be able to play Mario vs. Donkey Kong on Mario Day, so it's perfect. And I had it all planned out. The only hard part until you brought it up was me thinking about what to play on Mario Day. Because it had to be a Mario game. Because duh, it's Mario Day. But I had to make sure I picked just the right one. Sunshine, you know what? I'm gonna do a playthrough of that this summer. So, what was everyone's favorite part of this game? Actually, instead of Sunshine, I'll be playing Super Mario Eclipse. Have you heard of that hack? It is a mod that doubles the amount of content in Sunshine, but also gives you two brand new playable characters, Luigi and Piantissimo. I've seen gameplay of it, but I've never played it myself. As for OG Sunshine, yes, I have played that one in Super Mario 3D All-Stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend this game? Well, to a diehard Zelda fan, I would recommend this game on a scale of 10. But in general, 8, because not a lot of people would like the sailing and backtracking. But as for the HD version, I would recommend that to everyone because of the improvements that are made to it, like mapping certain items to the D-pad, as well as setting the sail to the A button instead of needing to have it equipped. Well, 3D All-Stars is worth a pretty penny now. God damn it, now I regret buying it digitally. And the HD version is great, but it has two problems. The bloom filter and the drops in FPS. If it weren't for those, it would be the perfect version of the game. Nice, man. Yeah, I'm still salty about not getting it while it was $60. Actually, there was no way I would have been able to get it in the first place. Link, did you give Arrow back her telescope? Anchors away. Hold the tail to steady. As for our destination, the wind will guide us. Wind Waker 2 now. I know, I hate the fact that they had to cancel the sequel for it that was going to be on GameCube. Actually, fun fact, both Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are going to get sequels. I don't know why Twilight Princess didn't get its sequel, but Wind Waker technically got one, which was Phantom Hourglass. And that is the end of the game. I am so happy I was able to beat it. The game will save and make a file for the second playthrough to keep current save data. Save it over a new quest log. Do you want to save? Yes. GG's. Beat the hog, Ganon. Yeah, it took a few tries, but I was able to do it. And there is my New Game Plus file. Wait, what happens in the original file? Like, is it just gonna take me back to Ganon's Tower? Let's find out. Wait, hold up. So nothing even happens in the post-game? This is bullcrap. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your night. I am so glad all of you were able to witness me beat this masterpiece of a game. And I will see you next time. Peace.